Refreshers, who needs them? You and your friends are planning a dive trip, or you've decided to get back into diving. Well, it may only have been a year, it may be 10 years since you dove, and it's a great time to do a scuba refresher. Some agencies call it an inactive diver class. Some call it reactivate. Either way, it's time well spent one-on-one with an instructor practicing scuba skills. Does it make any difference whether you're an inexperienced diver? Maybe you're a fairly experienced diver. If it's been a while since you've dove, you're wise to do a scuba refresher. Now, why is that? Well, again, this is not like riding a bicycle. Maybe redeveloping some of that muscle memory that you developed before. And of course, as you dive, just like anything, we tend to get a little lazy about what's going on. So it's always great to do a refresher and have an instructor there, and he can point out, or she can point out things that that you may have let slide to the side, or you've gotten a little lazy about. We see this a lot with positioning, overweighting, buoyancy control, things along those lines. So let's talk about how these refreshers are done. Now, here at Diver Supply, the different types of refreshers, of course, are group and private. Now, let's talk about group first. So in a group refresher, you go in and you're part of a normally scheduled class that is an open water session, usually 2 half days, and you go in and you practice the skills as those new students learn the skills. It's a lot of fun, very relaxed, and a lot of people really enjoy the group refreshers. Now, we also offer private refreshers. Private refreshers are based on your schedule as well as the instructor. A little bit more expensive than the group, but most people seem to get a lot more out of it because basically it's just you and the instructor. You're able to not only work on those 20 scuba skills, but you're also able to work on those things that maybe you had some difficulty with, you got a little fear about, a little trepidation. So you're able to work on those things. Maybe you want to brush up on your neutral buoyancy. Maybe you have a habit of diving overweighted. Maybe we can help you with your positioning, things along those lines. And normally a private refresher is a couple of hours. We don't just stick you in the pool, 45 minutes, boom, you're done and you're out of there. Here at Diver Supply, we want you to really enjoy it and get max benefit out of your private refresher. Now, you're going to need your mask, fin, snorkel, and booties. And we have a video right over here about those 4 things that you're going to need if you need a little refresher on that. We also have a video over there about fitting a mask. If maybe your mask was lost, maybe it's gotten broken or it's fallen apart. So there's a video right over there about fitting a mask. But you're going to need those 4 items. We provide, included in the price, all the other equipment, the BCD, the regulators, the tank, the air, the weights, and so on and so forth. So you're able to utilize what we have. Now, if you have your own equipment, we encourage you to bring that equipment. Or maybe a lot of times this is, a refresher is put into place because maybe you've bought some new equipment and it's a great time to get together with an instructor, try out that new BCD. Maybe you trained in a jacket style BCD and you've just purchased a back inflate BCD. there is a bit of a difference there. And it's great to have an experienced instructor to help you work through those different trims and feel and fit and inflation that you're going to see both on the surface and underwater with the two different types of BCDs. You're also going to be practicing skills, important skills like out of air scenarios. Some of you may have learned on octo inflates or maybe regular alternate air systems or something, and you've purchased an Air 2. So this is also a great time to practice those out of air scenarios before you get out there and start diving with it and need to use those particular skills. I said earlier that try to give you a few little hints. Remember, if it's been a while since you've dove, there's certain things in the industry that have changed, and a lot of it has to do with the attention that dive charters, dive operation resorts and stuff are paying to when was the last time you dove. They're looking at their liability and they want to see your logbook and they want to see when was the last time you dove. And if it's been a while, a year or more, they may make you take a refresher there at the resort. And so it's much more economical and you get more time when you do your refresher here at Diver Supply, and we fill out your dive log saying that you've done a detailed refresher. As a reminder, when you guys, ladies, get out there and you start diving again, a couple of little points I like to remind you is you're responsible for yourself. I always say that there's only one tank connected to your butt, and it's yours. And so make sure you don't let somebody talk you into diving below depths that you're uncomfortable with or not rated for, or using equipment that maybe is inadequate or not properly serviced. So make sure you pay a lot of attention to that sort of thing. And of course, do not dive congested or when you're not feeling well. It's just not worth making that dive and coming up with a ruptured eardrum. So be careful about taking any kind of decongestant or something. It's best just to lay on the beach, enjoy your day, and not have any worries about that. Hopefully you found this video informative. We encourage you to come in and schedule your refresher. Here at Diver Supply, we'll always do our best to make sure you've got those skills that you need to have a great and fun dive. I'm Bob Collins for Diver Supply. Dive safe.